What if I told you that this beer actually tastes like a glass of Sauvignon Blanc, but it's actually a pale ale? How you doing, guys? Bennett back at it with Brewbots and Barbells, where we lift pints and weights, and today I've got one of the most unique beers I've had this year. Today we're talking Sips and the City from our friends over at Two Blokes Brewing out of Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. It is a 5.5% ABV Sauvignon Blanc Pale Ale brewed for Craft and Draft's anniversary. And right off the bat, the concept alone will grab you because you don't usually hear wine-inspired pale ale and expect it to truly deliver. Well, then I found this. Now, on this one, they absolutely nailed the can art on this. It has this really nice clean sunset fade. I like these color tones. City skyline made of those cans and bottles. You get that Sips in the City vibe. Relaxed, social, and elevated. And honestly, that lines up perfectly with Craft and Draft. That's one of those spots you go when you want something different, something you can talk about, and maybe even find a beer you didn't even know you were looking for. I know me, I actually go there to buy beer to go all the time when I'm in town. Now, here's where this gets interesting. This isn't just a pale ale with a fancy name. They used a specialized yeast that helps unlock those hidden tropical and fruit compounds already inside those hops. Then, what they did was they added grape skins inside the brewing process. So, instead of just bitterness or citrus flavors, you start getting flavors that remind you of white wine like Sauvignon Blanc. That's not normal for a pale ale. Normally, when we talk about pale ales, you're expecting something balanced, light to medium body, some hop character, maybe a little citrus, maybe a little pine. Easy drinking and still flavorful. It's kind of that middle ground between light lagers and heavy IPAs. It's a great introduction. But what they did here, it takes that familiar base that you're used to and you push it into a completely different direction without losing the balance. That is not easy to do. Now, in the glass, you get this nice hazy glow to it. The aroma is so clean, little tropical, little slight edge of dankness that drew me in initially when I tried this, so it keeps it interesting. Now, when you take that first sip, that's where it all clicks. Light to medium body, smooth mouthfeel, and the flavor is layered. You get subtle white grape notes, a little like a little tropical character to it, but everything stays so balanced. It's not trying to like punch you in the face, it's quietly standing out. Now, I actually had this for the first time at Crafted in Carolina recently, the beer festival I visited in Columbia, South Carolina, and out of nowhere, this one I just kept thinking about when I tried it, and that's how you know a beer did something right. It wasn't the loudest, it was just the one that stuck to me. And this is something I think more breweries are starting to figure out. People aren't just like looking for another beer, right? They're looking for something they can connect to, something that someone can talk about, and something that really just makes them go, wait, what is this? And this right here, that's that kind of beer. I want to send a huge shout out to Vince and Caleb and the whole team over at Two Blokes Brewing. This is a perfect example of how creativity meets that execution done perfectly. And the craziest part, this one's actually almost gone. So if you see it in the tap room, on tap anywhere, or like in the cooler in the cans, which now you know what the can art looks like, grab it. Do not think about it. You do not want to miss this one. If you guys enjoyed content like this, real beer stories, breaking down what actually like makes the beers different, make sure you like, follow, subscribe. I truly appreciate it. My focus is getting the breweries the attention that they truly deserve. They're doing phenomenal work out there, especially Two Blokes Brewing. And if you're in town, check them out. Highly recommend. Until next time, guys, I'm Bennett with Brewbots and Barbells, where we lift pints and weights. And I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.